Lilly Gruzla is in search of a husband. At the same time, Herman is assembled and brought to life. Romance ensues when the two single monsters meet as Lilly's cousin tries to swindle the family castle for a devious gypsy in Transylvania. Hey everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Herbal-Cabo, joined once again by Mr. Ayo Pineda. Today we'll be reviewing The Munsters, directed by Rob Zombie.
Don't be a stiff baby. There's plenty of time to lay around. So dust off those cobwebs and swing and swerve those hips to the Munster Mash.
So, this isn't our first Rob Zombie encounter.
No, it's not. Not at all.
But anyway, I don't know what it is about Rob Zombie, but I like his style. And I actually did really like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, man, I did
you
not
hated
like
it.
I hated that movie, but I couldn't knock him on his creative vision at all.
He's apparently a super huge Munsters fan, and there were some Munsters references in House of a Thousand Corpses and some other movies he's made, apparently. But this has been his dream project, from what I can understand.
Yeah.
And boy, did he do it.
Man, did he do it.
Yeah. But, you know, through the years, there have been many attempts to bring the Munsters back.
Really?
Yes. You know, they've had one-off movies with like people trying to act like Herman Munster, but he was originally played by Fred Gwynne, who had this really deep voice. And, you know, you'll remember him from Pet Sematary. Sometimes dead is better.
Oh, that was him?
That was him.
Holy cow.
Like a human.
Okay. Yeah.
And also, he was also in Car 54, Where Are You?
I have no idea what that is.
Well, you remember in this movie at some point, Herman Munster does say, Car 54, where are you?
Oh, he does say that.
Channeling old Fred Gwynne.
Man, this freaking movie.
Yeah.
This movie. Also, if you guys don't realize this, if you've not yet seen it, this is a prequel to the show. Mm-hmm. So this...
If you ever wondered how the Addams Family got together,
yeah,
or if you ever wondered how the Munsters got together, this is that movie.
This is that movie.
Where the Munsters came from and how they came to Los Angeles, and it is their life before they had children.
Yeah, then that's how they... Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Before they have children, that's how we get Herman Munster meeting Lilly... What is her name?
Gruzla.
Gruzla, who is the daughter of the Count.
The Count, who is very much a Dracula.
Yeah, like super Dracula, just blue face. It's the best.
Well, they also have a cousin, or is it a cousin or brother?
The brother.
Lester?
So the brother is Lester. He's the wolf man.
So if you remember their kid growing up is either like a little wolf. I think he's a little wolf man.
I don't remember, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever even saw this show. Maybe saw
Type
clips
Butch
of it.
Patrick Munsters. I think he was a wolf man too. So they're
Butch Patrick Munster?
Yeah. So they're alluding that Butch Patrick or that they have a bloodline that can turn into wolfmen's early on. Yeah.
Let's see. Butch Patrick. Me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's the voice. Tin Can Man. He's right there. Hey. Oh, look at him.
Yeah. So,
holy crap, that was him.
Yeah. So their kid was a wolf man, and they actually had a daughter who looked totally normal. And I thought she was the ugliest of the family. She looked like Marilyn Monroe.
That's pretty funny, man.
Yeah, so that was the gag. They also tried a reboot not too long ago called Mockingbird Lane, starring Jerry O'Connell as Herman Munster.
Why does that sound very familiar?
Yeah, they just put a picture up there. They just look like a normal family in that one. I don't even know why they tried to get away with that, because part of the Munsters was like they were supposed to be like caricaturely universal monster.
Yeah, and look, that's the thing. I think this is something that people are missing with this movie is that it takes place during the 50s. And think of Transylvania, but I'll say this. Think of the movie Hotel Transylvania, but live action and way better.
Yeah, actually funny.
Yeah, this thing has so much it's just zany, wacky humor. The practical effects are fantastic. I think there's like one CG effect, and that's when one of the characters turns into a bat. That was it.
Well, there's lightning effects, but they're clearly like After Effects.
Yeah, like terribly done on purpose. And they have that. The sets are fantastic. The makeup was fantastic. It really is like Dr. Seuss and Tim Burton just like threw up on a page.
Yeah.
And Rob Zombie was like, I can make this work.
Yeah, very, very made for TV lighting.
Yeah.
And we even need to stress that this movie is actually rated PG.
Yeah, PG.
Unlike Rob Zombie's.
Like super rated R freaking House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
Among others.
Yeah, so like the actor who plays Herman in this one, the last time we saw him in a Rob Zombie movie, terrible things happened to his family.
Yeah.
He was met by the Devil's Rejects, also known as the owners of the House of a Thousand Corpses. So not good stuff. So, but this one actually family friendly,
super family friendly,
friendly, and no weird hidden messages or anything.
Nothing. And the thing is, I feel like this movie just really got a hold of that Halloween spirit, just like that. Like, you remember as a kid, you're like, hey, I'm going to go out with my friends, going to go get some candy, go around, just getting candy. And that movie channeled this kind of vibe for me. Like, it was so wholesome. To say wholesome and Rob Zombie in the same sentence, it's something I never thought I would be saying. But this movie, I will probably be having it on repeat during Halloween season.
I've actually seen it twice, and I've thought like, oh, this is actually a fun movie. And I think I liked it better the second time around,
it's a very slow burn.
I got used to its
comedic timing.
No, I actually think the comedic timing hit me the first time. I think the made for TV.
Yeah,
the fact that it actually looked like an old sitcom.
Yeah, it's done on. The thing is, it's done on purpose. The Rob Zombie is very purpose driven. So what you're seeing is exactly as he intends it to be.
Yeah. So because I've seen him do non-made for, like, it's not like he can't do it. He did this on purpose. Yeah. He wanted it to look like, if you set it to black and white and watched it before the Munsters, it would make sense.
Yes. Yeah.
And he wanted to be black and white, but like they wouldn't let him.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him. Which, I mean, I still think they did. He did a really good job with managing everything. He should have a Snyder Cut version of it. He should. I would totally buy that. I would actually buy a Blu-ray player just to watch that movie.
Yeah. Netflix, just drop the Snyder version already.
Do it. Give us an option to make it black and white. If not, we're going to rip it.
Yeah. So this movie does start very Frankenstein-y, but also very young Frankenstein-y, where they're actually even the first scene where they meet, like, oh crikey, it's a zombie. Yeah, hello zombies. Like, do you like to eat brains? I like to cook brains before I eat them.
Have them a little bit ta-ta, whatever you say.
Yeah.
True false. I hear you guys eat brains.
Why, yes, I do enjoy a nicely grilled cerebellum with a side of chips. The bigger, the better.
Well then, Flute, you're safe.
It was great. And he's like, oh. So he hits him on the head very gingerly with a hammer.
Yeah, just like shatters.
Hello.
Oh, man, it was great. And then we meet Floop, played by George Garcia. He's just this like hard-spoken, very dumb and dim-witted hunchback guy.
Yeah, Dr. Wolfgang and Floop. They have a strange dynamic. It's like Frankenstein and Igor.
Yes,
pretty much. And he played Hurley from Lost.
Yeah,
and
that was the guy.
The other guy, Dr. Wolfgang. You've seen him around other movies, definitely other Rob Zombie movies. He was actually the original Night King in Game of Thrones, but before they replaced him with a stuntman.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. That movie went off the roads. But anyway,
yeah.
The thing that also this alludes to is Young Frankenstein, directed by Mel Brooks.
I've never seen that.
Mel Brooks in that movie, he had Igor. Frankenstein had Igor. And he sent Igor to go find a specimen brain. Make sure it's a good one. And he went to the brain, like the university to steal a brain. And he's like, I will steal. And said, abnormal.
Oh, no.
Then they brought the thing to life. And he's like, whose brain did you steal? He's like, Abby Normal's. Abby Normal? Who's Abby Normal? That's what it said on the brain. Abby Normal. Spell it. Abby Normal. Abnormal!
And the funny, that's the shtick they follow in this movie. Two brothers die. One is a comedian and one is the smartest person on earth.
But the funniest thing is they flat out Sherry Moon Zombie repurposed as a news reporter, saying like comedian, like, Biff Butthead, like, died over the weekend. He's like terrible comedian. Is him like being all sticky.
Transylvania's favorite funny man, Shecky Von Rathbone, has died.
Your mama's so stupid, she stared at a cup of orange juice for 12 hours because it said concentrate.
Shecky's death comes just hours after the passing of his brother, Shelley von Rathbone, world-renowned astrophysicist.
Yeah.
He's the guy who plays
Herman Munster.
Yeah, it was a Jeff Daniel Phillips.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Jeff Daniels, period.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I saw him blow up once.
There you go.
But anyway, yeah.
There it is.
He was speeding and with Keanu.
There you go.
He went home to get him some sex.
No.
And then blew up.
He's Constantine.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Okay. So there were two brains. Cherry Moon Zombie, the news reporter in this version, she's like, and hopefully no moron will ever get these two people confused.
She said only an absolute moron would get these two confused.
Me, a child, could trace its origins.
Shelley's body also lies in state at the Dewdrop-In funeral home. Although it is unlikely that anyone but a complete moron, and I do mean complete moron, would ever confuse these two men.
then we
literally an absolute moron.
Yeah, and
like superimposed on.
It's
the
the best. And then we cut to Richard Brake's Dr. Wolfgang telling Floop, "Do not mess this up." He's like, "What do you think? I'm a moron?" He's about to say, he's like, "Wait, hold on, I wrote it down." He looks at his hand, and he still flubbed it. Oh, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And then the other people we meet here is not Frankenstein, the Count.
The Count, yes.
His daughter, Lily.
Yes.
And their butler, right? And Lily's trying to find a husband, so she goes out with Orloff, which is this Nosferatu-looking
he's
vampire.
Straight up Nosferatu rip.
Yeah, who's also played by Richard Brake, who plays Dr. Wolfgang.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, man.
I like how they go to the monster bar.
Yeah.
Like it's like they go to like the cantina from Star Wars, but it's like
exactly.
monsters.
Yeah, they're even playing the same crappy music and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I forget about all the monsters that were there when I saw it, but like it was actually pretty funny. And
yeah,
he talks about his rats. And he tries to take her to his like shaggin' wagon.
Yeah,
like his house is like all decked out.
And when they show up, it's just neon, and he's just
like dancing.
It's just house music, and he's just doing this.
Yeah, ooh, ooh.
It's the best.
She's like, I'm gonna go. He's like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, all right. That's the thing. It's so tacky and wacky. You can't help but like
it's like it was made in the 70s.
Yeah.
It was the pinnacle of entertainment in the 70s.
Yeah.
You could probably play this in the 70s and they'd be like,
yeah, it would fit the part.
It was the 60s. 60s. Even
60s,
earlier.
yeah. It would be the
earlier.
60s.
So they put Herman together.
Yep.
And it doesn't work at first. Then he wakes up and and then he's alive. They have that whole scene. I don't remember anything funny.
Yeah, he just wakes up. And then I guess we smash cut to
TV. The funniest scene probably I've seen all year so far.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember much else that happened before this, but Lily and the Count and the butler are all watching TV, which is like the Tonight Show in Transylvania, like Good Morning Transylvania or something.
Yeah, like you said, it looks like a fat Richard Nixon is hosting this show.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We've got a great treat in store for everyone. Our favorite mad scientist, Dr. Wolfgang, is here to unveil his latest creation.
He's hosting the show, and then they bring out Dr. Wolfgang, who's flaunting that, like, nobody thought I can do it, but I brought life.
The perfect specimen.
Perfect specimen, yeah. And they bring out Frankenstein. Herman dressed like a mummy.
Yeah,
he's like, speak, Herman, speak.
He's like, show them you can play. He goes to the piano.
Well, first he's like, give us some quantum physics.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, bust out those phalanges and play the piano. He's like,
he does the finger crack. He's like,
now a little music.
he taps ding, 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 and then just starts smashing the piano. Meanwhile, this is happening. We have Lily Lily
just falling in love head over heels.
in the best like
perfect
cutscenes and
flat
everything.
top.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah. Just completely taken
And
and
then,
smitten
then you
from-
have the count just going, oh. And then his assistant's going, I feel my brain cells dying by the second.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The butler was also a vintage Doctor Who, by the way.
Yeah, played by Sylvester McCoy.
Who also played the brown wizard in the Hobbit movies.
Really?
Yeah, you remember there was Ian McClellan who played the gray wizard? He was the brown wizard.
Oh man, I gotta rewatch these movies.
No, you don't. The Hobbit.
I know.
I actually only bought the first one, The Unexpected Journey, thinking it was going to be like, oh, it's going to get better as it goes along.
I bought all 3 because I just needed to complete the collection.
I still remember Legolas jumping on top of bricks and they were like not attached to anything.
Yeah. I'm like, all right there. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then I came back and bought 2 more.
That was actually the most boring movie I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was so boring and like the battle is so dumb.
I actually stayed awake through that one though.
Oh,
The second Star Wars, I fell asleep. Star Wars Episode 8.
the last
The Last
Jedi?
Airbender.
Oh
man.
Okay, so while this is happening, Lester, her brother, is in with like this gypsy woman who he owes money to.
Zoya Krupp. Yeah, and also happens to be
Count's ex-wife.
Yeah, from whenever ago. We don't know.
Apparently not Lily's mom.
No, not Lily's mom.
Yeah. So he wants Lester to somehow convince Grandpa, apparently Grandpa Gruzla,
Yeah, Grandpa Grizzly.
to forfeit his castle to him somehow, or he just wants the house in some
we don't know the
scheme.
specifics of this scheme, but apparently,
he keeps
whatever it is, it involves Zoya Krupp taking ownership of his castle.
Yeah, so he just keeps calling him and like, hey, give me like money or give me their castle or something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And he's like, oh, that guy, who knows what he wants, right? So then Lily goes to the club where Herman's playing now. Because Hurley, I forget his name, Floop's like, you're gonna be a star. You're gonna be Herman Munster, or what do we call him? We call him Herman, like
Herman, and then Munster, like the cheese. I'm just like, okay, I'm in. I love cheese.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dr. Wolfgang goes to a leper colony. Like,
I know. Why would he
so random?
He comes back. His face is
All
just
disfigured.
boils.
How was the leper colony, Dr. Wolfgang?
And he was wearing a shirt
Yeah.
that said he was there.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just this kind of humor that is so tongue-in-cheek stupid. It is the best. And we're not talking like Pineapple Express stupid or freaking Napoleon Dynamite stupid. This has got some layers to it.
Yeah, it's like Napoleon Dynamite or Pineapple Express.
Yeah, but better.
But anyway, yeah, so Lily goes to the club where Herman's playing his weird, like, Herman Munster. And by the way, he used to dress like that a bunch of times in the Munsters series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of these costumes we've seen him in.
Yeah, he's playing like
Because he used to do like drag racing and like drag racing outfits. And all
oh
kinds of
man,
things.
yeah, he's got like a chain gang outfit on when he's singing punk and stuff.
Yeah, he's just dressed like a punker with, by the way, a really creepy looking band of zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys look pretty messed up. Wouldn't be surprised if it was Rob Zombie in a cameo.
It probably was. Someone playing a stand-up bass just
Yeah, so she's just in love with him, and then she wants to see him backstage, but like Lester's hanging around, and she's like, "Yeah, I know where he's at." He's like, "Right in the door. Just go through the door, open all the doors, and see run into him."
Yeah.
I was there.
And then she
like,
finally opens one door.
oh yeah, but Lester's like, "Can I get some money?"
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Okay." Thanks, sis.
Lester, man.
I get some money.
Oh man, it's the best.
Yeah, and then
And he speaks like that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm serious.
He's like, thanks, sis.
Giving me
Thanks.
my Lester
And he's
impression.
always jumping around because he's a freaking wolf, man.
He's a wolf.
He's like ready to jump around and do stuff.
he's a happening coked out wolf.
Yeah, he got them wolf teeth.
Coke teeth.
That was Coke teeth. That was Boba Fett, man. He channeled his Boba Fett Coke teeth.
Poor Taroma Magobo. Tamora Morrison.
Teeth with a hard F.
Yeah. Teeth. He sharpens those teeth with a butter knife.
Oh, man. He's like, I'm ready to act. Oh, teeth.
Line. Oh! Literally.
Yeah. It's a Sarlacc.
All right, so Lily goes to the green room where he's staying, and then
Floop opens the door. Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, where's Herman?
Because he speaks like that for some reason. Speaks like a fat cowboy. He's like, yeah, what do you want?
Like, I want to speak to Herman.
And he closes the door.
She's Miss Piggy now.
Yeah. And then Herman, so he closes the door to go get, Floop closes the door to go get Herman. And you hear him just throw Floop across the room.
Yeah, you just hear like breaking stuff.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff.
But the hijinks that incur in this scene is just like,
oh man, so good.
Because he's trying to act smooth, and he's like, hey baby, what's going on?
Yeah, he's just standing, it's the cool guy standing in the door, arm up, robe. Just in the frame.
Yeah,
he's got his satin robe on.
Yeah, he's like, would you like to go on a date with me? He's like, I don't know. Let me check my schedule. Yeah.
So he closes the door, and he's literally screaming like this behind the door.
Herman's got a girlfriend. Like, dude, Herman's got a date.
To be Herman Munster.
Well, it's funny because he's like, here, I got my schedule here. It says like Lily and Herman in love. Like a bunch of hearts everywhere. It looks like I could squeeze you in tomorrow. Oh, no, when do you want to meet? Tomorrow's like, oh, tomorrow. Let me go check in. I got a date tomorrow.
It's the best.
Yeah.
And then they go on a date.
Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty good. Oh yeah, then I don't know if Grandpa made the what do you call it? The trifecta A to B to C there, like, oh, comedian dies. Oh, man brought back to life. Oh no, he's here.
I think he did, man.
Because he seemed like he was fairly smart.
Yeah, he seemed like he was hip to his slang, man. Yeah, because what is it? They went on a date. It wasn't even a date. I think he showed up to her place, right? And he was yelling at her.
They went on a few dates, and I think he brought her home one day.
Oh, she brought him home.
She brought him home.
Yeah, so they did.
Because they've been going out for like a while, it looked like.
Yeah, they were going around town. She would watch him sing and dance and do stuff. And then
they did like, Babe, I Got You, Babe.
Yeah, they did a duet. It was pretty good, man. He had a wig on and everything with his flat head.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then can't get over the costumes. These were great, man.
Yeah, I want to see some stand up. Like the grandpa wanted to see like his stand up. Like, how do you make a old crotchety vampire wait in suspense? And they just like wait. He's like, I don't know.
He starts
picking his teeth. And he goes, "Oh, okay. How do you tell an old crocodile? How do you leave an old crocodile vampire in suspense? I don't know. I'll tell you later."
It's pretty good. And of course, Lily's also laughing at it too.
Yeah, even I think the butler was laughing.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So they go to get married.
Yeah.
The robot is the officiating.
Well, no, before they get married.
Yeah.
Herman gets approached by. Oh my
Lester?
God. Yeah, he gets approached by Lester because Lester still wants to make
this is like at the wedding.
Yeah, so like right as he's getting ready to walk down the aisle, he's just like, hey, man, I know you want to make a deal. He's like, would you like to sign here, man?
You don't want to be like out in the cold.
Yeah, he's like, you're the man of the house now.
Yeah, he's like, sign on.
He's like, you're right. So he signs a giant M.
Yeah, just a big dumb signature. Yeah. They get married, and apparently now Griselda, or not Griselda, apparently now the gypsy woman owns the house. Zoya
Krupp
owns the house now because she's the ex-wife. And then
because what is it? Igor delivers a letter to the Count, and the Count, he's like, hey, you got a letter from Zoya Krupp. He's like, who's that? He's like, I believe that's one of your ex-wives. He's like, oh, what does she want? Probably trying to get my stuff. Haha, she's tried that before. He opens it and she goes, oh, and
good news.
We're being evicted.
The camera does this stupid pan in the face. He's like, we're gonna be homeless.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Herman and Lily are
in Italy. France.
In fake as shit France. And they're like, oh,
it's some universal backlot.
I know. A creature in the sewers. Let's go take a look at it. And they like catch this like crazy looking like alligator thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's adorable.
And this vampire gator, and they bring it back to their hostel. It's pretty good. And he's laughing the entire time he's wrangling this thing.
Yeah, they bring him home and he's in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh, he's being just as cute as can be.
And that's when
I guess they're in their hotel room, and I guess what is it? Lily's getting ready, freshening up, and Herman is waiting in the bedroom, just waiting for her. And the doorbell rings.
he's like, "Oh, room service, finally here."
So he opens the door, and it's the
Grandpa
Count
about to hit him with a champagne bottle.
Yeah, and he just snatches it. That was pretty good. I think it took the doorbell like 3 times to ring before he realized it was actually the grandfather waiting to come in.
Oh, these guys want a tip.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Oh, you idiot! You've gotten to bed with Lester, and he stole my money. He stole the house. Now we're homeless. So what do we do now? I'll call that lawyer. He'll take care of us." What did the lawyer say? He says we're screwed.
Yeah. It's like we'd have better luck. What is it? Getting struck by lightning while riding a shark in a thunderstorm. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So then they decide to move to Los Angeles with who knows what money.
Yeah.
They moved to LA during Halloween.
Yes, Halloween day.
So they think Mockingbird Lane is like another Transylvania city.
Yeah, and it literally looks like it was a place taken out of Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, it did actually.
It felt like it was the exact same set,
except Hollywood with like a big like superimposed Hollywood sign in the backdrop,
like Toontown Disney style. Just a mountain right there. It says Hollywood, baby.
Yeah. And then the real estate agent, which she passes out when she sees him, as you would when you see Herman Munster.
Yeah, because it's Halloween, right? She's dressed up. She doesn't realize they're actual monsters.
Yeah. Oh. You got it right that time.
Nice.
But anyway, so they have a Halloween party. They have fun, and then Herman gets a job working digging.
Well, no. So they show up on Halloween night, and it's a Halloween party. At the graveyard, and they happen to win Best in Show for just being themselves.
Yeah, the costume contest.
Yeah. So they won Best in Show, and then the guys who run a mortuary came up and were like, "Hey, would you like a job digging stuff?
You could dig graves with us."
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, you can move one body from one place to another. We don't like the stiffs hanging around." and Herman cracks a joke, and I can't remember what it was, and I'm really mad about it.
Have you fellas heard about the new glass coffins?
We have not. Are they successful?
Remains to be seen, Mr. Gaiman. Remains to be seen.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, good stuff. But they think that it's always like that year round.
Yeah. So we cut to morning.
Yeah, in the morning they go to Herman's going to go to work, and he realizes, oh no, it's Anytown, USA.
Yeah,
it's the suburbs.
He's like, it's atrocious out here, and you just have the camera doing super wide angle pans on people's faces and stuff.
Let's do a lemonade stand.
He's like, oh no,
the kid walking the kids. Oh no, what's going on?
People are riding bikes.
Bikes.
And then he enters a home, and
the door rings, and it's Lester. And apparently Lester made it big in Vegas anyway, because the gypsy did give him a cut of the money.
Yeah.
And he gave them.
He's like, hey, this is your cut, Herman Munster.
Yeah.
And he looks at it, he's like, we're rich. Oh. And then the Count goes, I'm rich. We're rich.
Yeah.
And then scene.
Lester came through with them, saved them, and then they're rich again.
And now we're watching the show with the Munsters.
Yeah.
That's essentially where it ends.
Then the Munsters begins.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, it was good. I liked it. And like I said, it's better than Jerry O'Connell just with a couple of scars on his face.
Yeah.
In Mockingbird Lane. Why did they get Jerry O'Connell to play?
I have no idea.
Herman Munster.
That is offensive.
Yeah. We would have done better with Ed O'Neill.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do some sort of weird like retro.
I'm just glad Rob Zombie got a hold of this one and he was given the green light for it.
We'll see it because it was good.
Yeah, I'm looking at these reviews that are popping up. People are giving it 4.5 stars out of 10, 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6 out of 10 on IGN. Come on, people. Use your brain. Relax.
What is a movie that rhymes with Schmokish Okish 2?
I don't know, man. Hocus Pocus?
What's the Rotten Tomatoes on that one? Just wondering.
Let's see this one.
On another Halloween orientated movie that's a rehash of an old IP. How is that doing? Just spitballing here. If there were another,
I'm actually surprised. This is a 6 out of 10, a 61, and a 56 overall on Metacritic.
Okay, so At least no one's praising that one.
Yeah, as they shouldn't be.
Okay. But definitely check out the Munsters. It was funny. Check out for that stand-up routine it
was
is.
really good.
Even though Jeff Daniel Phillips doesn't have the deep sometimes dead is better voice of Fred Gwynn.
He channeled it so well.
He channels it well. He's got the laugh, and he's still pretty good. And he does show up in a lot of Rob Zombie movies, so you'll recognize him as the tall guy who's always doing weird stuff.
Always the tall guy.
But anyway, I'm going to give it a B.
Nice.
The Munsters may not be the reboot you were looking for, but it's better than a lot of post-original incarnations of the TV series, and it actually got me to laugh a few times. I am just still trying to decide if being filmed like a sitcom helped or hurt it.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to do it one up. I'm giving this one a solid A. This has to be one of the most enjoyable origin stories I've ever seen. Most TV shows that turn into movies just feel like long episodes, but this was something else. It was entirely original, from the amazing sets to the fantastical makeup and the practical effects. I was enamored from the get-go. This movie was unapologetically classic and filled with charm. Enjoy it for what it represents. A time before Hollywood went CGI with ridiculous twists. Bravo, Rob Zombie. Bravo.
Yeah, well, I like Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
he
redeemed himself.
I actually continue to want to see his movies, even though most of them are total like rated X, Fear Fest and Grindhouse movies.
Definitely Grindhouse.
He actually did direct, I believe, in the movie Grindhouse, the Werewolf Woman of the SS.
Really?
Trailer. Remember they did like
yeah.
But they also did the Werewolf Woman with Nick Cage's Fu Manchu.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, that was him.
Now I need to watch this again.
That was his Grindhouse trailer to a movie that didn't exist.
That's awesome. And it needs to exist now.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. Definitely check out The Munsters, one of Rob Zombie's finest.
Yeah,
funnier than it probably heard it was. So just give it a chance. Watch it a couple of times.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's not going to hurt you.
Practically free. Everyone's got it. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you can. We're on YouTube and on all podcast platforms. We exist. Just Google Clubhouse Movies Podcast. You will find us. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined by Mr. Ao Panetta for Clubhouse Movies Podcast. We'll catch you next time.